especially our Asian players, is we take a while to get used to 11 aside, 5 aside, 7 aside is really good, and because we're playing Astra, then really, I don't do anything flash. I don't do anything amazing. I just get the ball, pass it to A to B, and keep it very simple. Really, I don't go past the halfway line. I'm very reserved. Really, I'm kind of. I think Salim said a vanilla
right back. Yeah, that's what I call him. Vanilla right back. He just does the basics, the simple stuff. But he's the number one right back at the club. I'd say he's miles ahead of second choice, third choice. He's miles clear. Like, you know, first name on the team sheet, I'd say. And the other thing as well, having him in the team, is he knows most of the refs and stuff like that as well. So that helps.
I would never say I was particularly good at football, but the reason I went into Sunday League football to begin with was just to look at, to improve my referee. And I thought, really, as stupid as that sounds, I thought, can I understand things from a player's perspective? And that's what's really been interesting for me, is seeing how frustrating things are, or how kind of other referees are from a different angle, really, because they always say the reason referees struggle is they haven't played the game. So kind of initially it was just kind of a weird experiment, really. Can I play, and will it improve my refereeing? Which I think it did, because I understand now when a player gets really frustrated at something. Initially, I think, right, I need to book him. But then I think, actually, no, if I was in that position and we've conceded a last-minute goal because of a referee mistake, we'd feel that as well, really. But that's how it started. But I've kind of just really fallen in love with it, really. And it's I've really enjoyed grassroots football. The level, you get kind of some really good players, which our team have. You get some really bad players, like we've got a lad called Zach, who's just terrible, terrible.
You can't be name dropping someone on this podcast. That's so bad, Umar. Imagine if he listens to this. He probably won't listen to this, but imagine if he heard that.
Just clip that and just send it to him. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Generally, grassroots football is just a good standard of kind of cross-section of players, really. And what I really like about it is it's kind of builds that resilience as well, really. Like, there's games where you're clearly better than the team, but they're physical, they're strong, and kind of it's kind of Asian thing, really. Sometimes when we're facing a kind of skinny team, a team with young flair players, on a Sunday morning when it's raining and we're playing against 6-foot guys who are just hoofing it, that's where we've got to find a way to win. We've got to find a different way to win, really, because passing it on a pitch like that is not going to work, really. And those games I particularly enjoy, really, because it's just a completely different game, isn't it, really, Salim?
It's carnage, yeah. I think I'd say set pieces defending wise is extremely hard for us. That's probably the first thing I'd put out there. It's really hard for us to defend because we have like no height whatsoever, and everyone's got like 6-foot players pretty much. So that's quite hard.
So it's basically it's a normal weekend for you, basically, to defend against bigger players and stronger players, and in this typical Yorkshire weather, like just raining forever and windy, and it's literally something that you have to kind of learn how to deal with in your way, I guess. That's a weird way of saying it, but the fact that, like you said, you've got smaller players than a lot of the other teams. So have you found a way to try and combat it at all?
I'd probably answer it in two parts. I'd say the first thing is, well, I guess one way is just to score more goals than them. You know, that's probably the first thing. And the second thing is to just be like more physical ourselves. I think some of us play like a lot softer, but in training and stuff, we can sort of coach various parts into the game.
I always find kind of even when I think of playing, if a team is physical, the physical team at Sunday League generally tends to win. Or if it's a physical team versus a skillful team, physicality is such a good equalizer, really. And I think sometimes kind of young players or kind of some of our teams, we're afraid to be physical, really. But once you are physical, the team respect you. And I find that all the time, really. Sometimes you just got to get stuck in, and the team will respect you and think, you know what, they're giving it go, they're giving something back, really. And it just, you grow in confidence as well, really. And we've got, as a team, we've got a lot of young players, and I think they're really young and they're learning. And hopefully, kind of the key thing for us is these young players can stay together for a couple of years. Kind of players like Salim, all these other lads there, they can stay together and grow old and actually grow these experiences. They'll be a lot better team, really. And I think that's the important thing for our team at the moment.
Yeah, I'd say like for our team as well, like I think we lost you guys lost every game last season or something. We've not lost it. We've not won a game in 600 days till this season. And I don't know, everything just changed. I think training improved. Like this was my first ever season in 11-a-side as well, like you were saying. And a lot of people's second season. So we're all quite new players, but in terms of like that range of like talent across the league. We've like this team has like transformed over a season, and we're like a top 3 team.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, Salim kind of dropped in that because he's played for us, we've improved as a team. He's had nothing to do with it. I'll assure you that.
Is he the Bruno Fernandes of the team? He's just come and lifted everyone's
Nah.
spirits.
No, I think Salim's been good this year, especially with his first year of 11-a-side football. I think that's really important. I think any player you could have, like especially our Asian players, is we take a while to get used to 11-a-side, 5-a-side, 7-a-side is really good, and because we're playing Astra, then when you go on a Sunday morning in Halifax on a muddy pitch, it's a completely different game. You could be the most talented player there, but the ball's not going to roll. It's not going to stick really, and I think for Salim, he's kind of learning that in the summer when the sun is shining, it's one game, but in the winter when it's muddy and the pitches and the ball isn't rolling, you've got to adapt your game really. I think it's all about learning really. I learned from playing these muddy pitches, and someone like Salim will learn as well really. You've just got to adapt your game really on Sunday League, and that's the beauty of it really.